Right, so that should be working on stream. I might want to turn the desktop audio down because it's very loud, the freight train. Is this going to capture this window though? Oh wait, okay, it looks like it is working. Hello, is the microphone working? Is the microphone working? Should be. Oh wait, okay, it looks like it is working. Hello, is the microphone working? Is the microphone working? Should be. Right. Okay, it looks like it is working. So, drive. Hello, is the microphone working? So, Norfolk Southern coal. Hopefully the rail driver decides that it wants to work. We were gonna do Emerald Coal Rod. Little bit of US freight action going on this morning. Now hopefully the rail driver controller decides that it wants to play along. It's very loud. Also flickery, so. It looks like the rail driver is working. So we have a go via. Take brake pressure off. Don't know why it's flickering. I'm going to pause this for a second. Back. I've never tried to capture Train Sim Classic before. Keyboard layout, quit. Let's just quit for a moment. Maybe if I go into windowed mode, save. See, for some reason it won't let me game capture it, so I'm making me screen capture, but see, now it's game capturing in windowed mode. So this seems to work better. I just might not be able to be... Oh, we broke it. We crashed the game. Train Sim Classic is apparently very, very difficult to get to work on a live stream. I mean, hopefully once we've worked this out, once we've worked it out, it'll just work from now on. So, which service were we going to do? We're going to do this service, which was about 80 minutes. Right, I've had to change my resolution, but I think we're good now, and you shouldn't have the flickering you were having before. So we should be okay. Yep, that seems to fix the problem, so we just have to play in this weird resolution. It's fine. So, right. Gonna release the brakes. Put the throttle forward. Put the reverser forward. Put the throttle forward, and hopefully we get moving. We have a little bit of a 10 speed limit on this massive coal train we've got. I think we're empty at the moment. Oh no, do we have... We go to the empty coal hoppers. We should probably have the bell on as well. I think this technically counts as a yard. I'm going to pull off the throttle here and just try and keep us at 10. Or just under 10. Cruise it along. It's been a long while since we've been in Train Sim Classic. Apply just a little tiny bit of probably too much brake there. I think the 10 marker is just ahead of us. Yellow and a red on the signal. I don't understand American signals. But yeah, I just thought this morning, I'm waiting for a delivery, so I thought I'd jump on, just do a stream while we're waiting. I might have to go answer the door at some point. But I thought we'd come on, just do a little bit of a freight stream. Something nice and slow to kill the morning off. I think we might actually be at... Are we at the street running section already? I know what's one of the things that made the route special was the little section of street running. We get for going through the town. Which I think is this, I actually think is this bit here, which we're joining onto, so we're pretty much right at a little bit of street running section. And that's probably why the speed limit's so slow, really. It was a very unique little route, this, when it came out. But here we are. How much fun would it be to live in one of these houses? Just having this railroad run down the middle, run right in front of your home, basically. It's a very American thing as well. Like, I don't think there's anywhere in the UK that has street running train traffic anywhere these days. Trafford Park near me used to have a big industrial, like, railway going through it with like miles of tracks, and that had a little bit of a street running type thing. But that's the only one I can think of, and that's no longer in use. If you do know anyone in the UK that does still have you know, street running trains like this, do let me know, because that'd be really interesting to go see. This tells me if we're on a grade or not. Oh yeah, it does that, 0.4. It doesn't tell me that's uphill or downhill. I feel like we're going uphill. I'm not used to the Train Sim Classic view. It's actually, after playing so much Train Sim World as of late, it's a little bit weird jumping into Train Sim Classic. A different experience. I mean, look how long our train is. I don't even think we're fully on this section yet. All these carts. Like, this is one of the classic things you think of when you have American trains, just long freight trains. So you can see, here's the end of the I'm going to hover over that, I think there's a switch there. Here's the end of the little street running section now. I think this is where the 30 kicks in. It's just 10 miles an hour speed limit as we go down the road. Just a rail crossing. to find out what town this is and see if anyone has a train spotting video, because I know there's quite a few American train spotters who like to get out and look at the, you know, street running stuff that they have over in the States, so be interesting to see. Someone actually get out on the Norfolk Southern line. And see one of these coal trains, if they still exist in real life, basically. And that's a really nice bridge as well. A big river here. And you can see the hill really sharply going up now. It says it's 0.3. It looks like like it's a bigger grade than that, you ask me. It definitely seems to be a bit of a grade here. All the way back here, the back end of the train is like still not even reaching the street running section. This must be like over a mile long. Right, street running section basically starts there past this junction, so the whole back of the train is longer than the actual town itself we're going through. Really puts into perspective the actual size of US freight trains. Right, let's jump back to the front of our train, which is here by... Is this the Ohio River? I know we are in Pennsylvania, so... Just see... It looks like it might be part of the Ohio River. It's a pretty big one. It's pretty big either way. Find out where this route is set. So our next station, this is a street main, what we're going through now. Our next go via, we're due in at 9:04, is go via Arc mainline. We can take the bell off now because we're not in the yard and most of the train anyway has gone through the street running section. We're still stuck at this 10 mile an hour speed. Currently we can't go any quicker. We're just snaking our way through the town. I remember when this came out, this was one of my favourite. I know it's been years since this route was released, but this was one of my favourite routes for the original train simulator, or TS Classic as it's now known. And sometimes it's just nice to jump in and do something a little bit different to British passenger operations. We've still not got the go-ahead to go all the way up to 40 miles an hour. Train is still, back end of the train anyway, still these empty coal carts still making its way through the town. It's peaceful back here compared to what it is in the engine cab. A lot more noise up this way. Does the horn work? The light controls work on the rail driver. It's interesting. Marker sign for the 40 starting, but we're still not even clear to go up to the 30 yet. It's just long and slow out here in the US. The back of our train should finally be passing that 30 marker in a moment, so we should be able to start getting a little bit of speed on. Not that this train can particularly go very quickly, but go quicker than what we were doing. As we pick up the speed now, you can really hear that the power and the grunt of that diesel engine kicking in. Well, two diesel engines really is running in tandem today to be able to pull all these heavy coal carts that we're transporting. Following the river. Well, we certainly learned. We've achieved our main objective today anyway, which was to try and stream and learn how to stream Train Sim Classic, so we can start, and also recording some Train Sim Classic as well, so we can start bringing in a little bit of that alongside Train Sim World to the channel, because sometimes people just like, you know, the old style Train Simulator. I enjoy both games, both equally. Holding on to that 30 at the moment. We should be cleared up to 40 in a second as well. Back into the train, just about to go through. Don't think I'm going to score well in this scenario, considering my ETA, I'm meant to be there at 9:02, and my current ETA is 9:07. So In terms of scoring on the scenario, I don't think we're going to be getting that. Another massive bridge going across the track there. I'm just in this river valley at the moment, surrounded by, I guess these would be the Appalachian Mountains on either side. Massive bridge going across. We need more I think in Train Sim World we need some more good US freight stuff. I know we've got like a lot of metro liner coming through and US passenger lines, and we do have the Cajon Pass, I guess, but for like East Coast Mountain, I mean we have CSX Heavy Haul. Is that the only freight route we've got? Is Sunpatch Grade. Or do we actually have any other US freight services? I mean, I'm guessing Trent, the New York into Trent, New York, is it? That route? I guess that as being the mainline Northeast corridor, I'm assuming that will have some type of freight action on there as well. But yeah, I don't really know if we have like a designated freight route in outside of the Sunpatch Grade line in Train Sim World. It is just a little bit of a different challenge, you know, driving one of these heavy services, especially when you're going downhill. More of the river there at the side of us, if we're just following along. If you're enjoying the stream, do say hi. It's always good to hear from you guys. Let me know what you're enjoying, what you aren't enjoying. Be streaming for a little while this morning. And we can't leave the house until my Amazon delivery gets here, so I'm very much currently stuck in. See, I don't trust this ETA at the moment because I've got 7 miles to go, and I've got, it's saying my ETA is 9:07, but we're driving at 40, so I feel like we're going to be there dead on the 40 marker actually. So I feel like we're going to be there way before we're supposed to, unless there's like another speed restriction coming up. Because currently we're just cruising at 40 miles an hour. Taking a little look over the river. Ever so slightly tap the brake there, just as we were getting up a little bit of speed. But yeah, it's all going well so far. You have the green light up on the signal. Little passenger crossing. We're pretty much dead on the flat, so we are just cruising along. We do have to get down to 30, so we do have a little bit of a speed change coming in. I'm just going to apply some gradual braking. We're down a little early for the 30-mile-an-hour zone, but nothing wrong with that. And we'll be cruising for it in a relatively short order here. Should be seeing this 30 board just there ahead of us. That's where it starts. Don't know why my bell turned on. I thought that was actually outside on the crossing at first. Get the bell turned off. Now we are entering that 30-mile-an-hour speed restriction. Another crossing. So you see a link to the horn, so maybe... Is that something that happens in America? On American trains, when you use the horn, the bell starts going off, or is that just an issue with the actual train or the rail driver controller that I'm using? Really starting to put some power down and fight the weight of the train going uphill. We have enough power just to hold us at around 25 currently, so take a little look around outside. These little small riverside towns here in Pennsylvania. Certainly railroading along the Rust Belt today. It's such a picturesque bit of America, this, with the river valley and the Appalachian Mountains, and yeah, I need to learn more about this route. Looks like there is another speed restriction coming up shortly, where we have to get down to 15. Looks like we're going to be going through the middle of a town. So we'll hop back in the cab, we'll put in a tiny bit of gradual braking. It doesn't take much, I'm only on 5% and we are easily dropping the speed. We can probably just throttle down and let gravity do some of the work as well. Whistleboard at the side of us. Just letting gravity slow us down to the 15. It should be right round the corner. Just here coming up, you can see the yellow sign for the 15-mile-an-hour zone. We're about to kick into it. Again, we're probably not going to win any awards for how we're driving this today in terms of points, but hey ho, sometimes it's just about having fun. I still don't quite believe it's going to take us 10 minutes to go 2 miles, which is what our ETA is saying at the bottom. Oh, the boats. Okay, I wondered what they were. I think this is the reason for the speed restriction, this little bit bendy track on the embankment. Won't want to be going too quick round here. Have this little marina at the side of us. And that's the main river. It's a pretty route, this. Like a relaxing way to spend your Saturday morning, just gently, slowly going along the Pennsylvania Railroad. We're about to speed. Chilling out by the river. So what would you like to see us play in terms of Train Sim Classic? Is there any particular routes that are your favourite from the old days on the old game. Not that I have every single route that's available for the old train sim. Need to come off the brake there. Too busy talking and not enough paying attention to my braking. But yeah, was there any particular routes you maybe enjoyed back? Maybe even still play? I know a lot of people still play this game, and we still get content coming out for this game as well, even in 2024. So it's by no means abandoned. That said, it has been a very long time since I even loaded up this version of Train Sim Classic, or just Train Sim, I'm gonna call it. And it stands up. I mean, you can tell it's an old game from the graphics, but it certainly stands up to today's levels, I think. I mean, there's a little bit of Z fighting going on there and the texture issues, but it's not a bad looking game by any means. Some of that does depend though on the route, but the same can be said to Train Sim World, really. I mean, you get various different qualities. You can see my trains go all the way back there. This train is massive. It must be over a mile long. You can see it snaking along the ridge. That's still my train back there. Monster of a thing we're driving today. As we slowly climb up into the mountains. We're definitely late now as well. It did say we were meant to be at our next stop at 9:02:30. We're still a mile and a bit to go, and we're already past that. We're on 9:03, so we are going to be late. I don't think we're going to be as late as our ETA says, though. I think the ETA is still wrong. I can't see us taking till 7 to get to to go a little over a mile, but it looks like it's getting steeper as we're going now. We're leaving the river valley. These empty coal carts we're transporting. Put a little bit more throttle in just to keep us, just to counteract the weight of the weight of the train on the hill. So on these go-bys, I don't actually know whether it counts the front of the train or the back of the train. Because it's the back of the train, then maybe it will be 07, because we are over a mile long, just in terms of size. if it's the front of the train, we're still going to get a late penalty, but it won't be as bad. Oh, the train's finally, the back of the train's past that 20 mph mark, so we can actually speed up a little bit. Feels like an eternity ago since that popped up on my screen. And while we're climbing up the hill, don't forget, if you are enjoying the stream today, to like and share. And if you're not subscribed, also click the subscribe button. I appreciate your assistance and help. And we're going to have a busy day. As I said, currently waiting for this Amazon delivery, but after that we're going to be heading out. I think we're going to be doing a little bit of spotting this afternoon. I did a train spotting video at Burnage, looking at the Manchester Airport line a few weeks ago now. Well, a couple of weeks ago. It came out on my channel last week. And it was good fun, so I think I'm going to head down to another busy station stop here in Manchester. Looking at Heaton Chapel potentially, having a little walk up there this afternoon, spending an hour or so, because we should get some of the Avanti services and the Pendolino services running free. Potentially some freight as well, although I'm not sure if there's any freight trains due through today or what times they're on. But there is freight that runs through that line, so I think maybe we go up there, spend an hour, take some picture on my phone, take some video on my phone. We'll get some good content for YouTube and for TikTok. So actually our ETA was probably pretty spot on. It said we were due there at 9:07 and that was correct, so we're just not driving the train very well today. You can see how long it is. It's still coming around when we go around the bends, just how large this service is. But yeah, I think it'll be interesting to go out and do a little bit of spotting. And the YouTube content, in terms of the shorts anyway, that's been going well. The live streams are going well. On TikTok, we're getting a lot of people on TikTok following the channel, who've and following the shorts, and the same shorts you can see on YouTube and reposted, so both accounts are growing. And we've had some decent discussion as well. But without the viewers, there'd been absolutely nothing on this channel, so thank you very much for all your support. I know a good thing about this route is you get these little like creeks running down off the Coleridge Mountains we're driving through. I think maybe later we might do another stream this evening to get some beers in. Maybe have a look at one of the Train Sim World freight routes. Potentially Sandpatch Grade, which is kind of a similar area over this side of the States. I'm not. The other alternative is Cajon Pass, which we do have. Cajon Pass. Although I never really was interested in driving through the desert. I think there's a Shaman Hill route for Train Sim World as well now, right? I've got Shaman Hill for this game. I don't own the Train Sim World version. But I'm pretty sure that's one of the routes they've brought across now, redone. Stupid bell, every time I use the horn. It's annoying. That is probably how US trains operate, but still it is slightly annoying that every time we use the bell we get the... use the horn we get the bell going on. Green signal. I need to look up, one thing I do need to look up is how the signalling works in the US. When I was doing the video on the San Bernardino line that I released the other day, that was last Saturday I believe it came out, and if you've not watched the San Bernardino video, go watch it. It was the first time driving that route and taking a passenger service along from Speedway into LA Union. But yeah, the signals do confuse me a little. Like with the British stuff being from England, you know, I kind of have a good enough idea as to what signals are telling me in terms of like flashing double yellow is slow down changing track, or double yellow, single yellow. Red is the standard operation for blocks. So you get double yellow, which is prepare to slow, yellow, slow down, and then red, stop. And normally if you're chasing a service, that would be the signal combination you'd get. It also brings in the concept of chasing signals. On the States though, I don't know how because they're different and the signals are differently positioned. I've never learned fully how to read them. And then we have the German stuff, and I don't have a clue about the German stuff either. I've never been even in the Train Sim Classic days, most of the routes that I own, unless they came with an upgrade, because Train Sim Classic, like Train Sim World, used to come with its yearly update and X amount of routes. So, and there was always one British, one American, one German route. So outside of them, which, as I said, came with the upgrades, I don't think I've ever bought any of the German routes. It's just never been something I'm particularly that interested in. So how the signals work in Germany, I wouldn't have a clue. Which one of the things I need to do is put a poll up in, you know, what do people enjoy train-wise? You know, where's your favourite region? Is it the UK? Is it Germany? Is it America? Maybe it's even somewhere like Japan. I know the Japan route, the Tagami line, is one of the things I'm really looking forward to in the future. Story of Forest Rail was excellent, and I need to check if I've actually got that installed. But that was an excellent route in the past as well. There is a Tagami line for Classic, which I've not got or not played. So that's something that I need to potentially pick up in the future. Although, to be fair, now I'd probably just wait for the... Unless I was doing a direct comparison between the new route and the old route, I'd probably just wait for the Train Sim World version to be released later on this year. Then you got other places. I know for this game there's a China route, because I own it. I don't remember it being that good actually. I think I only played it a couple of times. Like Chinese high speed. And then obviously you've got Austria and Sweden and Switzerland. Actually, do we have Sweden? No, I think it's just Switzerland. And play it in the Swiss Alp routes and things like that. So it'd be an interesting poll to run and get some participation on as to see what area of the world people enjoy most for train content. Got this little river to the right of us here that we're just following along as we slowly climb higher and higher into the mountains of the Appalachia. Now, I don't know what river we were following originally, the big one. I'm going to assume, because of what the area of the world we're in, like Pennsylvania, we were following the Ohio River. But now we've left that for these little mountain valleys and these tributaries going into the main river that we're following up, constantly going uphill. Getting towards the coal mines. I mean, this whole area of the United States was basically built on the coal industry. And then making, and then using the coal and coal mining, and then mine operations, and transporting it and making it into steel. It's just a very industrial area of America. I mean, the US there is one of the US freight routes we do have for Trains of the World is Oakville. I think I own Oakville Subdivision as well. And not that I'd recommend Oakville Subdivision, it's a terrible route. But it was one of the biggest disappointments, really. It's Oakville Subdivision. That a lot of the content that was supposed to come with it just got completely cut from the release. It was supposed to have like yards of track. Which just would never like loads of little branches and stuff for I think Oakville is very, that part of Ontario is very based around oil refining and manufacturing. And you're meant to get like different yards for unloading, loading oil industries, and then a lot of it got cut out, and you basically end up with a 40-mile end-to-end route. Now they have sidings on it, but yeah, it was very straight 40-mile end-to-end route, and it just isn't fun to play Oakville. You don't even get any particular challenges. Like, one of the main things about US freight, especially US freight mountain routes, is one of the challenges is dealing with the weight of the whole weight of the train, especially downhill when you're trying to keep like full coal wagons, if we're going back the other way, and you're trying to keep them under 20 miles an hour, where you're basically just being pushed. And that's one of the challenges in US freight, where Oakville is pretty much, you don't even get that, it's just flat on the 40 miles. And it makes us a very boring route to drive. You don't even have decent scenery to look at either. It's a shame really about Oakville, because there's a very, very good Canadian route in Trainsim Classic, which I do own, the Canadian Mountain Line. And it's unique because you do get helixes on there. And it's a decent length as well. It has something you don't see every day, as I said, with the helixes on the line, as you're trying to climb through the Rockies in the Rocky Mountains. Again, it's a mountain pass, so you have to deal with, you know, the grades, either going uphill or downhill, and trying to manage the speed of the train. And it's a good fun route. And then they brought the Canadian route to Train Sim World in Oakville, and it's just completely different. It's just not fun. So it's one of them, really. There was probably potential. I'm sure they could have picked a better Canadian route to go for rather than the Oakville subdivision, but that's what they chose, and it just wasn't good. Which is a shame. There's nothing inherently wrong with playing long, nothing inherently wrong with playing a long US freight line. It is. Sometimes it's just nice to do something relaxing, where you can just chill out for a little while. Don't have to concentrate too much. You're not stopping every couple of minutes like on a passenger service. But yeah, Oakville is certainly not one of them routes. Looks like once we finish this scenario, we should have time to do one more little route on a Train Sim Classic today. I'm still not seeing the delivery van show up, so when we get to the end of this, I'm going to just take a couple of minute break to make a cup of tea, and then we'll have a look through the Train Sim Classic content that I own. If there's anything particular you want to see, I can maybe do like another hour of streaming. Before I have to head out. So again, if there's anything in particular you want to see or would like to watch, we can go through what content we've got. And do let me know in chat. I'm always happy to give you what you'd like to see. if you don't have any suggestions, well, we can pick something. Maybe find ourselves another freight run somewhere. Perhaps Woodhead. I've not done Woodhead for a while. And Woodhead was one of my absolute favourite Trainsim Classic routes, so maybe we'll jump onto the Woodhead line, potentially. Although I don't really remember if I can drive steam on the rail driver, so that's the only issue with doing Woodhead. So I'd have to pick either a diesel or electric. I think you can do services on all of them. I know I've run steam stuff in the past because I own like Western Lines of Scotland and stuff, so I must have run steam. I just can't remember if I was running it via the keyboard or via the rail driver controller. Supposed to be going running this afternoon as well, so a busy day really for me. Whistle board as we go around this bridge. Again, more of these mountain rivers and little creeks we're going over. A little bit of a rail crossing as well. Slightly annoying that I'm stuck in until his Amazon arrives, to be honest, because I would like to just be out and on the move, but I can't go anywhere until this deliveries come, so we're literally stuck. Well, the ETA was between 11:30 and 1:30, so it's 12:30 now, so we should be within the next hour, basically. We should be getting that. So if we pick something quite short, we should be able to get another little bit of a service on. Find something that's about half an hour, 20 minutes. maybe a little bit of a passenger service. Perhaps the South London line. I think I own the South London line. Because I've done, in real life, I've ran London, Clapham Junction to London Bridge, because I didn't realise it looped all around until I got on the train. Ended up taking a detour across South London. Like, really, we should have hopped on it. I was with my sister, we were trying to get back to the Excel Centre and that area of London, London Docklands. And we should have hopped on either a service to Victoria or a service to Waterloo and then got on the Jubilee. But I know the Jubilee stops at London Bridge, and we were looking for it. We just finished out an event and we were going back to a hotel room because we were there for the weekend, hotel rooms. And I saw a service coming in for London Bridge. I was like, well, hang on, the Jubilee goes to London Bridge. Oh yeah, well that's just a little bit further along than Waterloo, that'll be fine. Shan't take us that long. Get on the train, realise, oh, we're going the wrong way. And then it circles all the way out through Clapham Junction, all the way through South London to Crystal Palace, then to London Bridge, and it literally took 50 minutes to get to London Bridge. I was not very impressed with that. So if I get the lesson learned, if I go next year, this is over bank holiday weekend. If I go next year, don't be getting that train. And to be fair, I should have known because I ran that service, I'm sure, in Train-Sync Classic, so I should have known it was going to take us a stupid way. I just didn't realise at the time. And I just got an achievement for driving X amount of miles in this on the Norfolk Southern coal train. We do have a 30 speed board just here. Unfortunately, we can't go to 30 until the back of a train goes through, and this train is like a mile long. But at least we could get a little bit more speed. At least the sun is out. So that's something. Small tunnel, then I think we're going to get a little bit of a passing loop when we come out the other side of this. Actually, it looks like we've got a service waiting to go the other way. We've got the green. They'll have all the full coal wagons about to head back down the mountain onto the main line. We hop up, hop out. These full coal hoppers. That'll soon be these cats. Going off to whatever refinery or steel plant they're going to, down across the Rust Belt. So, well, Waynesburg, Hepler, as the coal mine we're going to. It's in 3 miles. Oh, we can get up to 30. Waynesburg is the end of the line. If I remember correctly, this route, probably won't have it on this scenario, but I think there is a scenario where you actually have to load the coal trains. I think it was this route. So you have to position the car under the hopper and slowly move along as it's loading the coal. That's the end of that train. Looks like they're slightly shorter than us. Another potential option is we could jump onto the Riviera line. Because that's quite quick and quite scenic and fun to drive. So I've got a bit of a yellow signal. Like a branch there as well. Really in the industrial heartland here. To the end of the passing section, and we're back to single track. We're nearly there now, just a couple of miles to go. Got themselves another little bit of an achievement as well. Not like I ever went achievement hunting back in Train Sim Classic. It was more, even in Train Sim World really, I don't go achievement hunting. I do a lot of what just seems fun at the time to be playing. So I'll get down to 25. I'm assuming that's like a school or something there, or a track. We're already at the 25 limit. And is this the coal mine here? Maybe? No, I don't see it yet. We might be stopping just outside the mine, leaving the wagons, and then they can be put in at a later date to be filled up, ready to go back down the mountain and across and be distributed across the world. A little bit of scenery loading in there. This is where the 25 comes in. Just that speedboard, so let me get down. Also a little bit of a downhill, so we are going to keep a little bit of brake pressure on. And it looks like we're just going to be positioned outside. I'm assuming the mine, like this area. So we're going to get a red light and then eventually get cleared into the colliery. And this is probably the end of the scenario though. So just have to be careful we don't bust what's likely going to be a red signal ahead. I think that's the current signal and this is the next signal from what I understand from American operations. So green here, red next, and that's how it works, which would make sense. You can see the next signal, well you can't now because we just got under a bridge, but just the other side of the bridge there. And it also gives me a green and a red, so I don't know. It says stop here, so we're going to stop here. going to crawl to the signal. Stop as close as we can. And there is our coal mine, just at the back, so... Just bring us to a stop. I don't know if we have to do anything else to end the scenario, or if it's going to give us another instruction. Oh, yep, that's the end of the scenario. Well, not particularly quick, were we? We were... It's got 225. I mean, a lot of that was late penalties. Kind of curious to see what it actually gave us score-wise. Yeah, not even a star, just a green tick. Yeah, just to say I've done it. That's how rubbish that was. Right, I'm going to take a couple of minutes break just while I make a drink. And hopefully, while I'm away, the Amazon guy will come and knock on the door. And then we'll have a look and see what else we can run. Hello, I'm back. So we got ourselves a fresh cup of tea. Still no delivery, so looks like we're going to have time to do another service at most. Question is, what do we do? So the Chatham mainline, I don't remember. I don't even remember buying the Chatham mainline. You can tell I've not played it much because there's one scenario we've done, London Victoria to wherever. Oh, Ramsgate. I don't really want to do that. Doncaster works now. Falmouth branch. Northwest Wales we could do. Riviera line, as we mentioned before. South London network. We could try this. It's about half an hour, so that should be about right for ending the stream. Just a little bit of a quick scenario. It shouldn't be too difficult either. So, yeah, we'll do this. Do a little bit of British passenger services. In fact, let me just check there's nothing else I want to do first. Woodhead we mentioned. One of the Japanese routes. West Highland Line South, maybe? Yeah, that wasn't too good. I think we will do the South London line. Do this scenario. So we're going from London Victoria to London Bridge. Let's hop in. Hopefully the rail driver works with this train. We are using a rail driver controller, and sometimes it can be a little temperamental. So it seemed to work on the freight train we're just driving. So ideally we won't have any issues here. It's an ugly train, isn't it? Right, do I need to put the battery in or anything on this? It's been so long. Nope. Is it T to open doors? It's T to open the doors. Okay, so it looks like it does work. And the AWS works on the controller as well, so that should be fine. Next stop, Battersea Park. So, reverse the forward. Oh, do we have combined? Okay. It's not a combined throttle and brake. Confused me as well because my brake is off, but on my controller it's off, but it was applied on the actual train, so it was a bit confusing. Very busy here, though. Leaving Victoria. Three services and one coming in. Oh, we got a yellow signal. I don't think our brakes are working. Because we're getting no pressure here. It will put itself into emergency. That's interesting. I don't think we can drive this because our brakes don't seem to be working correctly. That brake doesn't do anything. The independent brake. We should be in step 2 brake. Oh, no, we are slowing. Okay. Oh, and that's just because we're on a grade, though. Right, we'll see how we get on. This might be a very short service if our brakes are not working correctly. My window wiper button isn't working. There we go, managed to get them to stop. Right, we should be in step 2 brake. And we're not slowing down. We got step 2 there, we got step 2 here. It seems to be applying brake if I use the actual controller. If I actually use the controller in the if I use the brakes in the train, they're working. Which is really weird. Wandsworth Road is the next station stop. Maybe this is going a different way, because I don't think we're going towards Crystal Palace this way. We should be going Clapham Junction. Although we do get to Clapham High Street, so maybe we just cut out the Clapham Junction section going this way. And then hop onto it. It's a very, very confusing little place, London, when it comes to trains and train networks. Right, we'll give this another try. Yeah, it's definitely not slowing us. It's so weird. I mean, don't even work on a combined throttle and brake. It's so weird how it's moving the thing, but it's just not actually applying the brake. It just really makes it difficult to drive, if I'm honest. I could go to the configuration of the rail driver settings and try and just reconfigure it, but I might crash the game if I do that. But sometimes that can help, so... Right, I'm gonna pause for a second. I'm just gonna go to the rail driver controllers and calibration. We might crash the game here, but I'm just gonna try and recalibrate it. Right, this is the brake lever, so auto brake release, calibrate. This one's always a bit finicky. Has to be directly in the right spot or it won't calibrate correctly. It just comes up with out of bounds. No. Right, emergency. Next. Calibrate. 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 Right. So I just tried to recalibrate everything in terms of the rail driver, so... we seem to have lost the tracks. No, it's not doing anything at all. Let's just see if we can restart. Is there a restart button? Let's see if we restart, maybe it'll work properly. Well, you didn't get too far along the line anyway, so it's fine. Nope. I think I just broke something. Yeah, brake's not working at all. It seems to only go to step 1 or step 4. I am confused. Okay, that's clearly not working. Maybe try a different train. Something that I know works. Run the pacer, maybe. Let's give this a go, see if this wants to work properly. It says it recognises we're in Train Sim Classic, and it recognises we're on the Riviera line according to the controls. So let's give the pacer a try. I'll let passengers on. See, brakes on this appear to be working because it's we're getting pressure down here in bars, which we really should. We should have what you would call it on. Where is it? Okay, so I guess we're going to do a little bit of Riviera line before we finish then, as for whatever reason the train we were going to use doesn't appear to work. But it should be a nice fun quick little run out anyway along here. Oh, what? I didn't close my train doors. It gave me the... Okay, I guess so, replay. Let's try that again. Too busy making sure that my controls are working, I didn't actually, close... Wait for the train doors to close. One more time, mate. I don't know if they give you a guard signal on this. But we'll find out. That's what we're looking for. DRA means we can't move the train, basically. Let's get a message from our brother, right? Guard signal? Oh, why are my doors opening? What's going on? It's being weird. This is being weird. Right. Now our doors are actually closed. Why is my train not moving? Why is my reverser not moving forward? What the friggin' hell's going on with my controller? Don't think the game's having a great time with my controller at the moment. Right, I'm gonna reboot the game, and hopefully that fixes it. If not, I guess we're just gonna end the stream. But let me quit out the game, and we'll go back in, and hopefully that'll fix the problem with the rail driver controller. The alternative is I could try and plug a control pad in and try and play on a control pad, but that'll be interesting, I'd say the least. Right. So it says the rail driver is connected and it's got the calibration file. We'll reboot up Train Sim Classic now, and we'll see what happens. It might be kind of try to reconfigure the controller while the game was on. So we'll go back to the Riviera line. Do this, it's 20 minutes. Just take the train down to Dawlish. Right, it does recognise them in the class 143, and it does say run number 3 airline, so it knows where we are. And it is detecting the game, so hopefully it works. And my train stops acting weird. Right, get the doors open. Unfortunately, with Train Sim World has native rail driver compatibility. Train Sim Classic doesn't. So you do need to use third-party software, so that's probably why we're having the issues that we are having. See, now it's registered there. It's registered that time that and put the reverser in forward, so hopefully that's all it needed was a reboot. Just for the new configuration to kick in. Doors are closed. Brake should be released. Throttle forward. Hey, and we're moving this time, yay! So we are stopping at St Thomas, the other exit station. I think we're just going to hop in front of this high-speed train. Kind of sucks to be them, really, being stuck behind a pacer, because this is all pretty much single track, well, bi-directional track, but you know what I mean. I don't think there's any real passing points between here and at least Newton Abbot. The good old pacer. It was a classic train. Classic British train. Classic 80s British rail, it'll do. Like, not comfortable to drive, not comfortable to ride, but it's a weird station, this as well. Like, it has split platforms. I'm going to try and stop here, near where the shelters are. Don't think we really need to stop. At a stop marker, considering we're so small. I think we're only, what, 2 carriages? Yeah. Tiny train, so we'll stop here, nearest to the shelter. These people don't have to walk very far to get on. Our next stop is Starcross. Do 7 miles to get there, so we can pick up a little bit of speed. I think Amazon were lying about when this delivery is going to arrive, because it's certainly coming up to 1:30 now and there's no sign of it. Which is a bit annoying really, because it does affect the rest of my plans for the day if I can't go out anywhere. So we're back in full throttle, and one thing you can say about the Pacer is we don't get quick acceleration. I mean, we technically can go up to 100 miles an hour at the moment. We are not even close to that. I think the top speed is like 75, does it say? Yeah, 75 top speed of this train, so it can't even get up to the 100 miles an hour we can go up to. You have a whistle board coming up, so let's give the old horn a try. It looks like we can't do two-tone on the horn. Whistle board for this crossing over here. You have the river just to the left of us, and then that'll be going out to sea, joining the estuary. The River Exe. We have Exeter and Exmouth. And then the English Channel, which is what it all feeds into. Bit of a pacer in a four-car formation coming back towards Exeter. Back where we just came from. Now eventually this river should open up. I'm not sure I can't two-tone the horn. But yeah, this river should, and that's at the side of us, should open up to be in the estuary. And we pretty much go alongside the estuary for quite a while. That horn sounds really, really bad. We have a 75 speed limit coming up, but we can only go up to 75, so that's not really a problem for us. think if we try to take the pacer beyond 75, it'll just fall apart and break and die a horrible death. We're even getting the AWS alert to go down to 75, which is our max speed. About 2 miles out from our next station stop. And here we are, we're now getting the boats and the estuary opening up. I'm going to put about 2 bars of brake pressure on. I'm not sure if it's here or Dawlish, but I used to have an old ex-girlfriend who came from this part of the world, so I know they used to get the train to Starcross. It was like the main local beach. Or Dawlish, which is, I think, the next stop along, is where we're going. I probably broke way too early on this train, if I'm honest. So we are going to be a minute or so late into Starcross here. I think that's one thing about the timetable mode in Train Sim World compared to Train Sim Classic is when you're scored in Train Sim World, it's a lot less harsh on being late in terms of penalties or anything like that, because I'm probably going to get a load of points docked for being a minute late. Where here it's like, nope, you're not sticking to a timetable, here's a punishment. But we're going to go over the platform threshold at 30. Again, we can pretty much stop wherever really with such a short train. Let's try and stop around here. That's a 3-car stop, this is a 4-car stop, so stop at the 4-car, we're just shy of it. And get the doors open. One thing I forgot, and this is why we crashed before and failed at the first time we tried to load this scenario, is it automatically closes the doors for you. You don't have to close the doors like you do in Train Sim World. So yeah, that's why we kind of busted that one. Right in front of us here, there's a pretty much beyond the platform. There's a high-speed train marker. So there's not very far between Dawlish and Starcross, so we're just gone. And I said, oh, this is just a beach, and then you have the boats in real life. I used to go on holiday. Again, I had an ex-girlfriend that came to this part of the world, but I used to go on holiday quite a bit down here as well when I was a kid. And, like, riding pretty much this line, actually, all the way to Payton, where we're going, is one of the best little bits of, like, train line in the country, really. Because you go through, leave Exeter, and then you're right on the coast, and you're kind of going in and out of, like, rocks and stuff. It's really interesting. And basically you have the rock faces and the cliffs of the coast, little tunnels going through the cliffs, and then the seawall next to you of the English Channel. We do have a flashing yellow telling us we need to both slow down. Acknowledge that in the AWS. Be a little bit more aggressive on the brakes. Dawlish, which is our station stop, is just ahead. Make sure that gets acknowledged as well, so you don't emergency brake. It didn't accept it the first time round. There we are, we're under 25. We should be pulling off just upcoming in a moment. I think there's a split just here, junction ahead of us. Then right ahead of that is just a platform, and that's going to be the end of it. I think I am going to end the stream here anyway, so the moment it does arrive, my Amazon delivery, well, not even my Amazon delivery, my brother's Amazon delivery, we can pretty much head straight out. So thank you all for joining us today. It's been a fun stream. We've done a little bit of passenger services, a little bit of US freight, and it's been good fun. If you have enjoyed the stream, obviously do click the like button. It does help me a lot. Subscribe if you aren't subscribed, and also go check out some of the other videos on my channel as well. We do long form and short form train sim content. And yeah, thank you all for joining us. This is Dawlish Warren. I've been your host. This has been Sim by the Mile, and I'll see you all next time.